Computer. Hi everybody, this is Status Sync recording on 21st of July. And Agnes, you have a couple of first points. Would you like to take us through them?
Sure. So the first one is about adding status support to work item lists. So we'll need to help product planning unblock the rollout of the new project issue list in 18.3. So we'll add statuses on the backend in 18.3 and on the front end in 18.4. And I was wondering what would be the best way for us to add it and still be able to hide that behind the feature flag. Because our goal for all of the statuses for iteration 3 and 4 is to deliver them by 18.5. And we mentioned that, or we discussed that we'll be adding a new feature flag to hide everything for those two iterations. But it means that we won't be able to use that feature flag for statuses on work item list because they need to be enabled one milestone before. And at the same time, our current feature flag that hides iteration 1 and 2, we plan to remove it at the beginning of 18.4. And we mentioned that we don't want to add any new functionality or hide any new functionality under the existing feature flag. So we have one feature flag that we cannot use, the existing one. The one that we are planning to use will be too far away to enable. So yeah, I was thinking maybe we can add like a third temporary feature flag only for those statuses on the work item list, but then it means more maintenance for us.
But I think, yeah, so I can share my screen. So Epic's work items list is already live on GitLab org. Is live. So when I went to that page, I also linked Vlad's comment where he said that we can use this. This is Maya, where we can use this feature flag, and this is epics. Let's see. This is GitLab org epics, and I was just going to the feature flags on this, and this is work items list. Okay, and
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't have the planning view enabled. If you see, we have alpha, bulk edit, and also in my local, I took latest from master, and it's just one feature flag. I checked, it's just work items list is behind just one feature flag, that is work item planning view.
Mm-hmm.
If I enable alpha and still I try to open this URL, this doesn't open. I have to have the work item planning view enabled. So I think it would be fine to use this feature flag. But yeah, correct me. What also hides
Yeah,
based
if
on.
you if you open that Epic description for that new project issue page, it means that like everything is hidden under that planning view feature flag that they might split that functionality because it hides more features as well and add a completely new feature flag. So
But they haven't added any feature flag till now, right? So
yeah, but like once they are ready to roll out, they cannot still use that planning view because it has more features that they are not ready to enable. So we still cannot depend on that feature flag because there
then
will be a new one
So I
that they will
think
create.
then it would make even sense to use the same feature flag that they are using rather than, because see, status is already status on issues and whatever work items is already enabled. So it will not return for epics and other work item types anyways. So work item status, that feature flag is already enabled on GitLab work. So it will be available for issues and tasks everywhere. So I think we should use if not this one, it makes even more sense to include the same feature flag they will be using. Maybe we should confirm with them, like according to this, are they planning to create a specific one? Because till now it's 18.4 if they're planning to have a GA and it's 18.3. If they still haven't created one, and they're planning to use a new one, maybe we should use that feature flag rather than a status specific feature flag. That's what I think.
Um,
Yeah, I mean, but
yeah, oh, good.
yes,
This is sorry. Um, the list will be used for issues and tasks as well.
the lists will be used. It is the work items list basically.
Mm.
At the
And
project
we'll
level.
enable it at the project level. Okay, so it will be used for issues and tasks too.
Yeah.
Um, and we will not offer any new functionality.
No, yeah, there's no new functionality. It's
Mm.
showing the feature flags. It's showing the status. That's it.
Mm.
So I
If we agree with the timeline from them, like releasing in 18.4, we could hide it, like my perspective, behind their feature flag. Mm,
yeah.
because we would need to have a replacement in by then anyway. Um, yeah.
I mean, what I think is so okay, I may be wrong. Just to I we can confirm again from them if they plan according to this epic description. I think Casio is the Casio. I'm sorry, I'm pronouncing it wrong. Casio is the DRI, and maybe I can we can confirm with him in this. Are they planning to use any other feature flag for rollout? If they are, then we can use that one rather than creating a status specific feature flag. That's what I think. Because like we're not introducing anything new. It's just something that is available and we have to show it for consistency. So I I'm trying to understand where what am I not thinking. So yeah.
No, I think that's fine, and all the backend work has been done as far as I know. Like we support all the endpoints and filtering.
Yeah.
We need to add support for bulk edit. I'm working on adding that now. And this is under a different
Ah,
feature
mm-hmm,
flag as well, like bulk work item, bulk edit,
mm-hmm.
something
Okay.
like that.
How about the front end, like from a confidence level? So two milestones will work for you to deliver like all the missing features
Uh,
together with Kushal. What do
from
you think?
No, we only configurable statuses only has to support status filtering, like status on work item lists, nothing else.
Bulk
Ah,
edit and
right.
bulk
The like.
edit. So the bulk edit
Mm,
is it can be a like a hard blocker for them because now if you, for example, want to delete a status in the settings page and you have like work items with that status, you need to like go to the bulk edit functionality and use it, right? Before
right.
removing a status. And once they switch to that new page, we no longer have access to legacy issue list to enable them to bulk edit. So the bulk
That
edit
needs to be there.
needs to be by 18.4
Mm.
because then we are blocking them with the rollout.
Mm.
Okay, so we need to have it in place by 18.4, both bulk edit backend functionality plus all the front end stuff.
Yeah,
Um, so that also means there's like technically no reason to use a different feature flag unless they also want to use another feature flag.
yeah. Mm.
Um, yeah, so we could verify, hey, do you want to split things out? And if they do, use that feature flag, and if they don't, continue to use the planning views feature flag. Like, what do you think?
Yeah, I think so too. What I'll do is action item. I'll confirm it. Uh, action item is I'll just confirm it with
Oh,
black.
with Kasia.
Yeah.
How about a scenario when, so we are planning to remove our existing feature flag by 18.4 and the day rollout will be in 18.4, right? And what happens if a namespace, the self-managed namespace has the feature flag disabled? and they try to go to the work item list, and we shouldn't be showing statuses, right? So we still need to be checking in the UI for our old feature flag and the feature flag that the product planning will be using.
So we will remove in 18.4 our
Mhm.
feature flag, right? So
At the
when you
beginning.
upgrade, yeah, in the so it won't be included in 18.4. We're now at 18.2. Our Chrome
Mhm.
Mastodon is 3. And if we remove it in the beginning of 18.4, it will be included in the 18.4 release, right?
Yes, it will.
Yes,
And
yeah.
if they enable the work item list in 18.4, it will be like all in the same milestone, so people could not disable status when we enable the work item list, right?
I think so.
Okay, so yeah, but I think like your point is still valid. If they chose to postpone the work item list, then we don't have a problem because we don't have a feature flag for status anymore, but they didn't release the list yet. So that would also work. Yeah, and the other way around, like with the old list, we just don't have a feature flag, right? Yeah, okay. Should be fine in my mind. Maybe I'm missing something.
Yeah, if they rollout is delayed, we can always like hide that those statuses under our new feature flag that MVC2 if we need to. Like if it's like delayed until 18.5.
Hmm.
Or we
The
can
only thing,
think about other feature flags then.
all the fancy feature flag names. Um, so the only thing they should not do is release earlier, because then we would definitely have the problem you just described.
Yeah.
But unless they kind of stick to the plan,
They
which I would expect because it's like a lot of work, um,
they will not definitely
should
release
be okay.
because Rajan created an issue for supporting all the other filters, and there are quite a lot. So I don't think they'll release earlier, that's for sure.
Mm, okay.
Yeah, because there are a lot of filters they need to support before the GA. The product time team has created that. So definitely not earlier, but we can still confirm with these use cases. So okay, again coming, do we need a third feature flag? Just to sum it up, we don't, right?
Probably not.
We
Like
don't,
we don't want to maintain the third feature flag, and this
Mm.
one will be like a very short-lived.
yeah. Even I don't, but I'm thinking, yeah, I don't think we need it. I don't want it, yes, for sure. Do we need it?
I don't think so.
No. Yes.
These feature flag discussions are like always super important, but yeah, it's also always pretty confusing.
Hmm.
But yeah, I'm definitely in favor of like not having an additional feature flag because we would need like testing for different paths and stuff like that. Although we might never like need those paths. Um, so yeah, I would definitely be in favor of not having a dedicated new feature flag.
Perfect. And it's not written in the agenda, but can we create the second feature flag? Or do we want to create it with something, anybody? So right now with my tasks, I'm
Yeah.
working on academy lists, and I'm working on, and Kushal is also not working on something new for iteration 4 that we want to put behind as till today, behind feature behind the new feature flag, but it'd be good to still have it in the code base if anyone wants to introduce it.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, just to make sure that no one, we are all on the same page and we can tell, okay, this is the new feature flag, just use it for anything new that you're creating for iteration for.
We
Yeah,
need
I can
to
do that.
make,
Sorry.
yeah, it's not that easy to like add a feature flag if you don't include any new features. I think it needs to go with like a code changer. So I think the first
Yeah,
person who works on specific code will introduce that feature flag.
but we can just so it's enough if you just push it to the front end. It needs like at least one usage, and the pushing to the front end counts as a usage. So that's always like a nice cheat. Like just expose it, and then you are kind of good. At least it worked as far as I know. It didn't break master.
I'm not sure
Um,
where we can add it, but I'm working on the bulk edit right now, and I won't need that feature flag.
yeah, yeah, for sure. I just have a question, and maybe that's a little bit silly, but like I'm not like super in favor of names like MVC2 because they convey zero meaning. Do we have like any alternatives that like convey meaning a lot, and or
Hmm.
are you like super happy with MVC2? Because I'm like, yeah, we could also just write 478 TPO behind it. Um,
So we are not only adding like multiple life cycles just to use them like multiple life cycles in the naming. We
yeah.
might be adding epics as well. Uh, like all combining iteration 3 and 4 together, so that there will be a bit of mismatch, right? Too difficult to like group everything.
Uh,
But
Um,
but epics will like work under multiple life cycle as well because we'll be adding a different life cycle for epics. So
Improvements is too little for the amount of work that we have. So, like, it's more than improvements. It's just like, I don't know. Ah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't have big improvements.
I don't know. Just a random thought, and it doesn't need to be like that, but I feel like it's always nice if you read a feature flag and you kind of have an idea of what it actually does. And I also agree that it might be strange to have a feature flag that's called work item status multiple life cycles in the context of epic boards. Um, Makes sense. Um,
Can we give
and
it Epic and ask Claude to suggest something? I don't
Oh,
know.
that's a good idea. I will do that like once I got Maya to the kindergarten and just like write something in Slack. That's a good idea.
So
Um
by giving Epic and let's see what it does.
yeah.
Yeah. And yeah. And then I agree that introducing it to exposing it to any controller, like for example, issues or what kind of detail only is okay to just introduce a feature flag. Like just to introduce work item status to
Mm.
or the settings page. What is the control flag, I think? Yeah, that
Yeah, right. I think it should work. As far as I know, I introduced feature flags a couple of times by just pushing it to the front end and doing like a test, like, hey, is it pushed to the front end? And it didn't break anything.
yeah. It would
At
just
least no one yelled.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't exposed only the feature flag, but I don't know, maybe, but I know that it would be useful to have that ready for anyone to use so that there is like, just for example, having this naming conversation before so that everyone is on the same page, and then
Yeah.
yeah, I think it'd be good to have it done.
Okay.
Yeah, like not
Um,
as possible.
I
Okay,
think the next one is probably async, right?
yes, it is. Yeah, it is.
Um,
Yeah, got it. Yes, 8 p.m. works for me, and I did not know that you and Kushal will have a separate one. So,
yeah,
work
that was the idea because it was like super hard to, or it was not, it wasn't super hard, it was impossible
possible.
to match it.
And after the last, I think
Um,
I was so sleepy at 10. I thought I would be okay and everything, but I think mornings work better for me than like late nights. It was like,
yeah, yeah. I totally get this. I totally get this. Like I personally think like 6 a.m. for me is like the yeah, it's on the edge of being too early. And I'm too lazy to stand up earlier to like have a f fresh brain. Um, yeah, so I think this way it makes sense. It's a little bit sad that we don't have like any sync collaboration time, like the five of us. Um, but yeah, I don't see another way
No
right
problem.
now.
But
Number three is for you, or not for you, but from you, Deepika.
yes. So it's this issue. This was this is a must-have from I think I added all the details here where we need to add these both. This is it, but one is a path and one is a permission in the what meta
Mm,
API. So I had this conversation with Heinrich a week ago about what features to expose and what are the permissions and all around this. So if anyone would pick this up, I can pick it up in 18.3 or 18.4 depending upon the work items work. I personally am not so if like because I think all the backend work of work items list is done. So I would prefer picking it up in 18.4 rather than introducing G and introduce and removing it in the next milestone. So but
mm.
in case it's done, it's good be good. It's just it's ready for development. It's not even new. So anyone can pick it up from the backend and I can add the milestone accordingly, or I can ask Kushal, depending on the work. Any one of us can pick it up, but it's a must-have from.
Feel free to
Okay.
assign me. I can work on that once I'm done with the bulk edit.
Okay, perfect. So just again, it's there's no rush to like 18.3 would be good. We might or might not pick up it in 18.3 depending on the work items list work, and maybe Kushal can start working on it if we. So
Okay.
and I will.
If I
Sorry.
like, I will take a look, maybe later or something. If it's like a quick win, maybe I will also just like sign me in, do it, and if not, leave things as is, maybe.
Okay, got it. So. I mean, you can decide. uh, yes, this is, I think you have no. You answered no about the scope updates regarding Epic and Epic boards. Yes, because it would be good to have that decision, I think, today or tomorrow at least, so that, I mean, maybe now that I've picked work items list, I think Kushal can work on both, although I would have liked to work on both because I worked on both previously, but I think it's okay. Like we have to get things done uh, as soon as possible, or not even done, at least plan. Everything should be planned as early as possible so that we can have discussions about keeping placeholders first and everything. Although I want to use GL introduce to be very honest, not very. At least in the last milestone, if something is not there, then we may definitely use it not to cause any breaking changes. But yeah, that's fine. Thank you. Yeah, thanks, Mark.
Yeah, I think so too. It would be really good to kind of finalize the scope, to have a better idea of like what we are committing to. And that's also true for like the backfilling stuff. And I think I said this earlier to Agnes, when we had our backend sync, that I'm not really sure whether we would be in a position, for example, in something like 6 weeks or so, to be able to consume this batch background migrations in product framework. Because only then we would be able to like build on top of it and utilize it for status. And so my gut feeling is that we would need to find at least another temporary solution, that could be mapping or whatever. But on the other hand, I think it's not throwaway work because we also talked about that it could also fill this gap for extremely large namespaces where those migrations take a long time. And so this mapping could help make the changes directly visible. And then some sort of migration could basically clean up everything. So we don't need the mapping anymore. So I don't think it hurts. Um, it's just a little bit unfortunate, but on the other hand, could be a potential to reduce scope. Um, yeah, so also having like some clarity on this would be good, and that's also why I'm like looking into this mappings POC stuff. But same for epics. It would just be good to know, hey, do we need epics?
Yeah.
Don't we need epics? Just some clarity. So we could basically start writing things down everywhere. Like, hey, this is the scope. These are the tickets. The issues, sorry.
Divide
Sorry.
and just let
Um,
as what they need to work on, and then we can just
yeah.
have having discussions on, how will they deliver and everything. So yeah.
Yeah, and just make a plan. Also, like capacity wise, like what do you think? Like what's the amount of work that's needed from the front end? What's the amount needed for back end and capacity planning wise? Yeah. Yeah, so I will ask Nick and Gabe. And hopefully they have an answer. Um, Probably not, because otherwise they would have told us so probably. Yeah, but let's just start the conversation once again.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, and having
Um,
updated designs would be good as well. I pinged Nick last week on Thursday or Friday, and that yeah, it will
mm,
help us with planning as well to have the designs, especially for the settings page, like how to
yeah,
like handle multiple life cycles.
I think he said something like when I added the like the old designs, which were like a quick draft, I think he said something like, yeah, it won't drastically change. So the actions are basically the same, but like, smaller. That's so it should be like directionally okay to start with it until we have